Okay, so now we are going to talk to Lindsay Barrett, who is Global Content and Customer Experience Director at Reckitt Benckiser, historically a very big broadcast TV advertiser that has moved a lot of dollars towards the digital space. And Lindsay is going to talk about why it pays to break the marketing model. So Lindsay, welcome to you.
Brilliant. Well, for those of you that don't know me, which is most of you, I'm Lindsay, and I'm the Content and CX Director at RB, or Reckitt Benckiser, and that actually means I get to talk about sex positions, C-sections, and germs all day long. But my team are actually tasked with helping shift the business towards a consumer-first model. And the fun part of that is finding partners and processes that dramatically improve our content relevance and performance. And the hard part of that is sometimes convincing teams in the business that we don't always need them to be producing really expensive ads. So I just need to flip my slide. So the reason I'm here talking to you today is the fact that we've been using AI to improve our ad performance and to give us shed loads more consumer data. And you would think like that's a marketer's dream, isn't it? But it's actually been a really interesting and uncomfortable shift in terms of process and mindset. You know, we've gone from creating ads to compiling asset banks and having really creative control over to an algorithm. And the beauty of that is actually our ads develop over time based on the emotional triggers of our audience and the mood varying instead of the mood wearing. So we first tried AI-powered ads on Infant, which is our infant milk formula brand. And we wanted to overdrive enrollment into our CRM programs. But we also really wanted to remove assumptions and bias from our comms. So the way we did that is we work with an ad tech platform called Automated Creative. And their tool is super cool. It creates hundreds of new ads organically that are able to kind of drill down into the visual and emotional triggers that are most successful. And the thing that I love about it is it sort of breaks apart the elements of an ad. So you can understand what tone of voice of your copy works best versus your visuals versus language styles and formats. So when we first set out, I suppose an alarming but also a brilliant thing that happened was we proved a lot of people wrong, mostly ourselves. And I won't share the actual performance data, but we saw really interesting sort of themes emerge, but also proving a lot of the assumptions we had about what worked best were completely overridden. So an example in Mexico, when trying to enroll women into a CRM program, we always used images of mums and babies. When trying images of dads and babies, we saw a dramatic increase in the conversion percentage. Canada, I love this example. We had always treated the English and French-speaking audiences the same. But when it came to the CRM value proposition, actually, the English-speaking mums wanted rewards and discounts, and the French-speaking mums wanted tools and inspiration. And there's a litany of these examples. And, in Peru, again, we saw a 3x improvement on performance by honing in on the visuals and the value proposition that worked best for Peruvian mums. In Vietnam, funnily enough, ads that didn't show mum's face performed better. And the last example I'll give is in the US. We actually found not only did the longer videos mean cheaper conversion, but actually we saw a light-hearted, fun tone of voice deliver the best conversion. So if that's the end of my little 3-minute spiel, I'll just end on saying that, by leveraging those AI-powered ads, we were really able to put our consumer at the heart of our comms, as well as champion a totally new way of working.
Thank you, Lindsay. That was great. So one of the challenges that I guess big global marketeers like you often have is how you can get those geographical nuances, and technology's obviously helped you do that. Out of interest, did you run all of those tests in local markets or centrally? How did you get to that scalable kind of results across so many geographies?
Sure. So by using a partner like Automated Creative, it meant that we could take that technology into 6 to 7 local markets and then scale from there. So that was how we were able to achieve that scale. And it meant also the local markets were invested and a part of that process, helping formulate the creative territories and building out the areas we wanted to test as much as we did.
Right, that's so important, isn't it? And,
yeah.
And how and who was involved? Was this a test predominantly run from your own teams, or was it involving agencies? I'm just interested in kind of whether it was direct relationship with technology or involved other partners as part of it.
Yeah, so as I mentioned at the start, my team heads up sort of content innovation globally. So it's our job to go out and find really cool, new, interesting partners like Automated Creative. We take it to the local markets. We help define the business objective, business goal, work with them. But the brilliant thing about a tool like this or this new way of working is you absolutely still need the master brand strategy, the look and feel to inform the template. But actually, all of your creative is being done within the tool. And it can save you a lot of money on actual creative cost of that.
So how do you see that in a few years' time affecting the way that you engage with creative agencies, creative partners? Do you see that you'll build more of this yourselves with technology partners and rely on the AI? Or is there still a big role for the big creative, big idea brief?
I think there's absolutely a role for the big creative, big idea brief. And this is never intended to replace that. We absolutely still need those big, amazing, heart-thumping ideas. What this delivers is efficiency at scale, but also a level of consumer insights we've never dreamed of. And that then informs us to be able to make better, more relevant content for our consumers. So I see a clear need for both.
Brilliant. That's a great place to leave it. Look, thank you, Lindsay. Appreciate you joining us today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Have a good rest of the day.